morning. There's quite a bit of cloud around today, producing some light rain across the north and the east. Not as windy as it has been, but it still is going to be mild. I'll have all the details later in the programme. Good morning to you too. There's a wee bit of snow in our forecast in the next couple of days as well, but not for everyone. This morning it's a mild start. The exception to that's around Aberdeenshire and also the Northern Isles, where temperatures have fallen away to 3 or 4. And today generally is going to be fairly cloudy. It's also going to be mild, and the cloud will be thick enough for some patchy drizzle. Now this front yesterday went south. Today it's going north, and it's producing a lot of cloud. Some generally light and patchy rain across the north and the east, but that rain will pep up across the northwest later. It's a breezy day today. These are the average wind speeds, nowhere near as windy as it has been, and it should brighten up quite nicely across parts of East Wales, the Midlands, down towards the south of England, the southeast and East Anglia. These are our temperatures, 9 to 12 degrees, but we're still in the colder air across the Northern Isles. Now through this evening and overnight, we've got some rain across the north and also the west. 1 or 2 bits of clear sky, but they'll be fairly fleeting, and it's going to be windy by the end of the night across the northwest of Scotland. But as you can see, it's not going to be a cold night. So tomorrow we start off with some bits and pieces of rain. There'll be some bright skies as well, but it's this band of rain we're watching which is going to bring in some more significant rainfall, and behind it turns colder and we'll see some wintry showers, but ahead of it we still are looking at mild conditions, but it's going to be a windy.
Thanks very much indeed, Carol. We'll see you.
Morning to you too. If you haven't yet stepped outside, it's quite a mild start to the day, except for across the north of Scotland, where we still are in some cold air. But generally, it will be a mild day for most. It's going to be fairly cloudy, and that cloud thick enough for some drizzle. This weather front here moved south yesterday, flipped overnight, and now it's moving northwards. But you can see behind it all the yellows representing the mild conditions. It's quite a murky start in western areas as well. There's some hill and some coastal mists, a little bit of hill fog as well. And where we've got our weather front, that's where we've got all the cloud and also some rain. Now the rain will pep up in the north and west as we go through the course of the afternoon. It will brighten up East Wales, central southern England, down towards the southeast and East Anglia. And these white circles represent the average wind speed, so not as windy as it has been, except for across the far north. And here too we're looking at temperatures in Lerwick of 5 degrees, but for most another mild day, 9 to about 12 or 13. Through this evening and overnight, you can see we start off with some rain. There'll be 1 or 2 clear skies, but equally there will be quite a bit of cloud around. And by the end of the night in the northwest, the wind will be picking up. But it's not going to be a cold night. We're looking at another mild one. So tomorrow we start off with some spots of rain, Scotland, Northern Ireland, parts of England and Wales. There'll be some sunshine for a time, but then you can see another weather front coming in from the Atlantic, and that is going to bring in some rain. All around it there'll be squally winds, and tomorrow will be a windier day. Now ahead of this weather front, it's going to remain mild, but behind it, and it's going to turn colder, and the showers will increasingly turn to sleet and to snow. So here's our weather front coming in Thursday into Friday. It sinks steadily southwards. It usurps the mild air, and the cold air follows on behind. And as you could tell from those isobars, it's also going to be windy. So first thing on Friday morning, there goes the rain. A plethora of snow showers follow on behind. We'll also see some sleet. Most of the snow will be in Scotland on tops of the hills, but some of it getting down to lower levels. If you see snow showers where you are, it's more likely to be sleet at lower levels, and in between there will be some sunshine. But it's going to feel colder, particularly so when you add on the wind. As we head into the weekend, well, we've got a new weather front sinking south. It too is a cold front. It's going to bring some rain. Behind it, the air turns colder, so we'll see some snow showers. And as you can see from those isobars, fleeting as they were, it is going to be a windy weekend with the risk of gales across parts of the north. This is what you can expect weather-wise. We're looking at quite a bit of cloud, some rain, some sleet and snow, but most of that will be in the north, and most of the snow will tend to be on the hills. Sal and Dan.
Thank you very much for that, Carol. Lots to pay attention to there. We'll see you after 7 o'clock.
There's quite a bit of cloud around, some patchy light rain, brightening up later in the south, breezy and still mild. I'll have all the details later in the programme.
Yeah.
Totally. Good morning, everybody. This morning is not a cold start to the day. This gives you an idea of what the temperatures are like at the moment. It's fairly mild. The exception to that is across the Northern Isles, where you still are in the cold air. Now, what's happening is there's a lot of cloud around and also some patchy rain. We've got some murky conditions as well across parts of the west and the coasts and the hills. And we've got this weather front which has been pushing northwards through the course of the night. So a lot of cloud, some dampness, some patchy rain, but it should brighten up later on across parts of East Wales, central southern England and the south, southeast and East Anglia. Now, it's not going to be as windy as it has been across the board, more or less, and these are our temperatures, so mild for this time of year, widely 10 to about 12, maybe 13, but still a bit nippy in the Northern Isles. As we head on through the evening and overnight, while we still will have some rain coming in across the north and the west, some clear skies, but still a lot of cloud. And by the end of the night, the wind will be strengthening across the northwest. Again, it's not going to be a cold night, temperatures falling away to between 6 and 9 degrees. So tomorrow we start off with a fair bit of cloud. There'll be some sunnier breaks, some spots of rain before heavier rain comes in from the northwest with squally winds around it. And this is a cold front, so behind it, the air will turn colder, the showers will turn wintry, but ahead of it, there'll be some dry weather, some sunshine, and still mild. Sal and Dan.
Thank you for that.
It's a fairly cloudy day for many of us today with some patchy light rain, but we'll see some sunshine, particularly in the south of the country. It's going to be breezy and it's going to be mild. I'll have all the details later in the programme. Good morning to you too. Some of us were lucky enough to see the Northern Lights last night, as you can see from our Weather Watchers picture taken in Aberdeenshire before the cloud moved across. But we've got some clear skies this morning too across parts of southern England, as you can see from Selsey in West Sussex. And thanks to both the Weather Watchers for sending these lovely pictures in. There's a lot of cloud though. Weather front's been drifting northwards as we've gone through the course of the night, and it's producing some patchy light rain. Some murky conditions too along the west coast, but it should brighten up quite nicely across parts of Wales, central southern England, into the south and the southeast. Now, these white circles represent the average wind speeds today, so nowhere near as windy as it was yesterday, but it will still be breezy. And it's going to be mild. Temperatures 10 to 12 degrees, but a bit nippy across the Northern Isles. You're still in the cold air at this stage. Through this evening and overnight, we still will have some rain pouring down across parts of Scotland, some spots of rain in England, Wales and Northern Ireland, and again a lot of cloud, so it's going to be a mild night. And by the end of the night, the wind will be strengthening across the northwest. So tomorrow we start on a fairly cloudy note with some spots of rain, a lot of which will peter out, some sunshine, and then this next weather front will bring some rain in. The rain will be heavy and persistent, squally winds around it, and behind it the air will turn colder, so the showers will turn wintry. But ahead of it, we still are going to be in the milder conditions with a little bit of sunshine. Sal and Dan.
That's good to know, Carol. Thanks very much.
Good morning to you as well. This morning it's fairly cloudy across many areas, as you can see from our Weather Watchers picture taken in Pontypridd. We've got this weather front which has been pushing northeastwards through the course of the night, taking its cloud and rain with it, but high pressure in charge in the south with all that yellow means that it's going to be a mild day. So fairly cloudy, we've got some rain, it's generally light and patchy. In the west and the coasts and the hills there's a little bit of mist and some hill fog, but it will brighten up quite nicely across parts of Wales, central southern England, into the southeast and East Anglia. Now, these white circles represent the average wind speeds, so it's not as windy as it has been. It will still be breezy though, and it's also going to be mild. Temperatures widely 10 to about 12 degrees, cooler though in the Northern Isles. Now, through this evening and overnight, we still will have a lot of cloud around and some rain, if anything, pepping up across parts of Scotland, and there'll be some spots of rain across other parts of England, Wales and Northern Ireland. By the end of the night too, the wind will be strengthening across the northwest. But for the time of year, it's going to be another mild one. So, off a fair bit of cloud, some spots of rain, some clear spells with some sunshine, but then a new weather front comes in bringing heavy and persistent rain, squally winds around this, colder air follows on behind, so increasingly the showers will turn wintry in nature, but still mild as we push further south. Dan and Sal.
Carol, always a pleasure. Have a lovely Wednesday.
Back at you. Thank you.